Hello and welcome to the Kindred Essence Tarot and to my latest reading. This is a sort of a psychologically based reading, and it is about, is a person evil or are they just damaged? Because sometimes when people are damaged, they can act in a way that would seem evil. And sometimes people can mix up the two. People can mix up the two, and if you don't have a working definition of what evil is, maybe read the book People of the Lie by Scott Peck, or maybe you have your own definition of what evil is, right? Because there's a difference between like a person who's damaged and has a personality disorder and somebody who is evil. So we're trying to find the fine line between this in this reading. So I've got 5 different piles. So if somebody comes to mind who you want to inquire about, maybe you have 1, 2, or 3 people or even more, you can plug them into these various piles and ask the question, is the person evil or are they just damaged and, you know, having a myriad or a combination of different personality disorders? But I'll say that in addition to reading the book Scott Peck's People of the Lie, which is one of my favorites, I think that an evil person would be under the dark triad or dark tetrad characteristic. So you may want to Google that as well, the dark triad, the dark tetrad. So that would be narcissism, that would be sociopathy, that would be psychopathy, and that would be Machiavellianism. So that's kind of an energy that would be looking at too. But I'm just going to see, I'm not sure what's going to come up, but let us get started. So pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's get started. Pile 1. Hello, pile 1. So I hope you have your person in mind, and let us do the reading. Are they evil or just damaged or you know, messed up in some other regard? Let's see. Is this person evil? Okay, let's see. 7 of Wands, King of Wands, and 3 of Swords. So I'm getting that this person has a huge amount of frustration. This person, they're massively frustration. And I'm hearing this person does a lot of emotional harm to other people. They have a massive amount of frustration. And whether they're evil or not, I'm hearing if this one can go about 50-50. But I'm going to get some more details on this. Are they evil? I'm hearing it's about 50-50 or 40-60. It's kind of in between. So let's get some more cards. The Hermit. If this person's okay, I'm hearing in some cases. Ooh, I'm going to put this into the. Let me bring this back a little bit. So I've got the Hermit. So I'm hearing if this is sort of a crusty type of person that's just deeply unpleasant, they're not evil. And I think you'll know. I think you'll kind of know. Is this person, are they like, so I'm hearing that in some cases if this person doesn't have a conscience, then they're evil. And I think half the pile of this, they don't have a conscience, but in some cases they're just kind of a crusty person who does say some unpleasant things, but they're just kind of like a crab-like crusty type person. But let's see what else. They've got the 6 of Pentacles and then if they're okay, what I'm hearing is if there's another pile that is evil or they're tending towards evil. Like I'm hearing it's not full blown always, but it's tending towards evil, is if they give out their poison without a second thought. If they're constantly if they're like, I'm hearing that there's a group of them that's just sort of that pick this pile, and the person's, they're kind of crusty, and they say some sort of unpleasant things, but they're also they kind of feel bad, and you may not always know that they feel bad, but in some cases they actually feel bad. And there's another pile that gives out with a 6 of Pentacles without speed. They give out their poison with speed, and they have no thought as to the consequences. And then that one's that's a conscience. Half of it is a conscienceless person. and prison, and that they're in their own. I'm thinking either way, this person is sort of in their own mental prison. They're in their own mental prison, but in some cases they'll feel bad about the things that they've said or done, and in some cases they won't. And then that's like yeah, in some cases this person can have quite a bit of conscience and they feel bad, and when they feel bad they kind of become crusty and go away, and they've kind of got like a self-destructive streak. For the not evil side, they'll just kind of go away and kind of do their own thing. And then the other side is completely, they're tending towards evil because they're completely faithful to their sick psychological dogma. And it's sort of like they kind of feel that they're always right. They feel that they're always right. And people, I think people need to be consoled after. Their partner may have to be consoled after dealing with this person because they're so toxic, and they don't care. It's like they don't care about what they say. It's sort of like this unconscious as men. And this person, I'm hearing that this person could be a crusty old man who's really rigid. A crusty old man who has a really rigid way of doing things, and they can kind of say some hurtful things, and then they kind of go off by themselves. They're kind of like, almost like, I'm getting this image of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and they just kind of go off, and then they can just say some like awful things, but then they kind of go, and they may never apologize, right? They may never apologize. But the other group, okay, I'm hearing the other group, it's like this pile 50-50 is very viciously violating, and they don't have any conscience. So I'm hearing neither group. They don't feel pleasant, either whether it's the first group or the second group. And this is what happens sometimes. Like sometimes one group will be split into like I'm hearing that neither side will apologize for their behavior, but one feels bad and one doesn't. Like one will kind of go off and sulk. They'll do something bad and but they will feel bad about it. Like they'll say some mean thing and they'll feel guilty. But it'll just be like, with other side, just violates other people emotionally with no thought whatsoever, and they do not feel an ounce of guilt about it. With the other side, the other side does feel some guilt. So it's sort of like they do feel guilty, and it's like they're just kind of, they remind me of the kind of the negative side of the hermit that kind of goes off by themselves and basically They kind of go off by themselves, and they leave. So I'm hearing you'll know whether they're evil, but one side will kind of leave and will kind of retreat, and you can kind of feel a faint sense of guilt. But the other side tends towards evil because they don't feel bad. They'll kind of attack you even worse. So the non-evil side kind of moves away, and they both don't apologize. But one side doesn't apologize, and they don't feel bad, and they'll attack you even further. They're very merciless, and that kind of goes towards the energy of evil. So pile number one. Interesting. That's all I've got. And I'm hearing you'll know in your gut. You'll know in your gut whether they're evil or not. Okay. So pile number two, are they evil or just damaged? A black heart, what are we going to get for that? I have a sense that this person's evil, but let's see. The Devil, 9 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and Queen of Wands. I'm hearing, this person's evil. It reminds me of someone I once know who was just not very nice. So they're super defensive, but we've got the Devil here. So I think that's in the black heart. So I have a sense that this person is evil. They basically, I'm hearing they look down on anybody who is not exactly like them. That's one of their characteristics. We've got the Queen. We've got all this negative energy, and we're being led by the Queen of Wands. There doesn't seem, and then the Devil. And I've hit him because of the imagery in YouTube. But the Devil, anyone who knows tarot, the Devil is really a nasty type of energy. So let's see. We've got so surprise. So I mean, I think you might be surprised. Or people might be surprised at how bad this person actually is. And prison, I'm hearing that this person could actually, they could actually do something that could get them going to prison if they were given the opportunity. And I don't think they necessarily will, but it's sort of like, they could even, okay, I'm hearing with the sweetheart, they could even be somebody who could, like, if it came to that, they would, I'm hearing that this person has tamed sociopathy. Like, I don't know why, I've never heard that, but they've got sociopathy, but what I'm trying to say is, but it's kind of tamed a little bit, and they could, what I'm trying to, is they could do something bad to their sweetheart. And messenger, like, this person could, like, I think it's like, what I'm getting with messenger is you might be surprised, like, people might be surprised at this person, but they feel very dark, and they feel like they could do anything to get money. They'd attack, I'm hearing they'd even attack their love partner just to basically get what they want, to get what they want. Enemy, I'm hearing anyone could be careful with this person, because anyone, I'm hearing this person knows no loyalties, and anyone could be an enemy to them. Like, they could be money. Wow, didn't I say, wow, money? I got money. And I said, yeah, they do anything. They're kind of a sociopath in waiting type thing, but I'm hearing they could do anything. They do not have a moral compass. Like, you've got this dark energy, you've got this sort of defensive energy. It's like they feel really defensive, but that defensive doesn't necessarily mean evil, of course. I mean, someone could just have been harmed, right? And they're defensive. But this person feels like a really nasty, dark, like they've got a black soul. That's what I get with the black. Like, look at this, is a heart right here, a black heart. They've got a black hole in their heart too. And they could do, if they're the type that if they could get away with it, they would and not go to prison. They would do pretty much anything. They'd probably they'd kill for money. I'm hearing they'd kill for, or to get ahead, even not even money, but for position. And they just, and then they'd kind of watch it. They'd kind of watch from the side and be like, so pleasure seekers. This person will do anything for their own. So they just feels like a really underdeveloped soul. Like, they do anything for money. They do anything, and they're haughty. And I hear, they've got a really haughty, and the Queen of Wands can be haughty too. It's like anyone who doesn't think like them, anyone who isn't cutthroat like them, they'll just run over. They'll just run over, and basically, they'll basically run over. And I think hearing they'll never grow. I've got old woman here. They'll never grow. They'll just basically be like this forever. They'll be like this forever. They don't show any signs of spiritual growth. They do, journey. They have no sign of, like, movement in a positive, none. They have no, like, most people, and it's really interesting because this feels like a really abnormal person, as sociopathy and psychopathy is, but they feel, and it's like they may have a nice facade with wife. They may have a nice facade and everything like that, but they're just not, they're everyone's enemy. I hear everyone, and it's like, it's not like they're an enemy of everybody. Like, they don't have any loyalties to anybody type thing. They're a really nasty piece of work, I'm hearing, and pretty much 100% of the cases I'm hearing too. But yeah, I'm just drawn to, okay, we've got the passionate, but it's like there's nothing positive about this. They're led with this passion, and it's just darkness. It's just darkness. It's defensiveness. It's devilishness. They're just led by this absolutely insatiable lust for power. I'm hearing you have a lust for power and a lot of anger too. A lot of anger. Success. They'll do anything. They may be angry because they're not successful, or they'll do anything to get to be successful. Like they're the type who, if you work with them, watch your back. Don't, oh my goodness, watch your back. And that is crazy. And I was about to say, don't share anything. And just as I did, I got share. I was about to say in the workplace, don't share anything. And then I got, that is crazy, share. Don't share anything. You see, S-H-A-R-E. Yeah, I love this deck, the O deck. And that is crazy. Just as I swear you don't see what's happening behind the camera, but I was like, don't share. And I was just thinking, I was like, don't share anything. And then I just was like, oh my goodness. And I flipped this card and it was like, don't, yeah, if you're in like a workplace situation with them, like, you know, a situation where you're like, you're not supposed to, you're supposed to climb the corporate ladder. I'm also hearing like this person is such a dark soul. You may want to let go of anything to do with them. Like just, even if they wronged you, you may want to just be really cautious about this person because they'll lie to they'll do anything. They're power hungry. They're sociopathic. They'll do anything. They'll lie to the boss. They'll do anything to be the boss. Don't share anything. If you're in a corporate environment, never trust this person. I'm hearing never. Do not trust this person at all. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's like, yeah, they just feel like a dark soul, and yeah, and it's interesting because I was told before this reading, I'd be like, oh, there'd be a couple people that I've known that will show up in this reading, and like they did. Yeah, I know somebody exactly like this. Interesting, but beginning. Yeah, I'm hearing you want a new beginning from this person. If this person's a nasty piece of work, use your intuition. Ask on your angels and guides to keep yourself away from this person because this person is bad news. They got a black heart, just as that emblem says, and they're a sociopath is what I'm getting. So yeah, watch your back. Don't share anything with them. And keep safe. All right, that's pile number 2. Now let's go to pile number 3. Okay, is this person evil or just damaged? Let's see. Okay, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, 7 of Pentacles upright, and the Fool and 8 of Cups. So this person... Let me get a bit more clarifying cards, right? I'm hearing that this person, they're basically, what's the right word for them? I'm trying to clarify. Oh my, interesting. And I'm hearing here, it's like, because I've got homo, sexula, but I'm hearing it's not that first part. It's this person's hyper. They're hyper They're hyper sexual. I don't know. I don't want to flag I don't know about the algorithm. I don't want to flag it with any, but they're hyper, very, very that way. Very, very amorous, very spicy. Oh, interesting. Oh, so they think, interesting. I'm getting conflicted. I mean, let's get some more cards because I'm not ready to say if they're evil or not, but they think that people owe them sexual favors is what I'm getting. That's what came to I said the word. I didn't mean to. I don't want to trigger the anyway they think people owe them favors, like they for some reason, and they'll feel a bit shame. Interesting. They feel people owe them. Interesting. And everything like they think even strangers owe them, like, weird. This is a weird energy. They think, they think strangers owe them, like, sex. That's weird. Maybe this is somebody who sees a lot of, spicy workers. I don't want too many flags, but embarrassed and shame, though. but they're also embarrassed and shame. So we've got the S word that don't want to trigger the argument again. Oh, shame. So maybe they go to like I'm getting they go to spicy workers. So yeah, with okay, oh yeah, because strangers, and then we've got the S word right there. Just um, and they feel shame and embarrassment. So they like to go to strangers who owe them those kind of favors through money. Interesting. So, or they're entitled. I'm hearing, yeah, they can be entitled and think that people owe them. So I'm hearing in some case anxiety, shame, and I'm hearing that this is a complex energy, and I'm just getting the, like, we've got shame, embarrassed, and then we've got the sex word, right? So, and then the fool. So it's sort of like this person. I'm gearing for some that they could take it. I don't want to trigger anybody. They could take advantage of people if they were in the right. Okay, this feels like a very unstable, imbalanced person with like 18 different facets to their personality, and maybe that's why I'm having a hard time figuring out are they evil. So I'm just gonna get little pieces of the puzzle together, and I'm gonna get to the point where I can figure out if they're evil. But if you look at the stone, there's all these different parts to it. So I'm hearing this person has many parts in one person. So I'm hearing one aspect, and this is gonna not resonate for everybody, but one is they've got some issues where they could. It's weird. It's like they run, but they could actually. In some cases, they could actually R-word people. In some, that's what I'm getting, or intimidate people into like they've got a really dark. They couldn't. I'm looking at it, but they've got a really dark, weird S side. Look at his card. Right. I'll just say that whenever they've got a really dark. Can this even? Yeah, they've got a dark side along that side, and they can think that they could, if they're in the right mind frame, but it's almost like they might not one time, they might another time. They've got this really unstable energy and haughtiness, and it's sort of like they feel really entitled in some cases, where they feel for some reason people owe them things. They owe, and I'm hearing that. Okay, I'm hearing that the reason that they think people owe them things is because of something. It's either money or their physical attractive. And if it's not I'm hearing it's either they have a lot of money and standing and no physical attractiveness, or they may have both, or they hardly have a lot of physical attractiveness, and they think that they just think that everyone owes them, and they can't figure out why people run away from them. And it's like they've got this really weird issues that cause them to act in dangerous ways towards people sometimes. It's like they've got a really, they may have had a really messed, and it sounds really like they may have had a really messed up childhood where they were imprisoned emotionally in some way, imprisoned in their thoughts, and they ended up really weird. I'm hearing they ended up really weird, and they think they have this weird idea, like they're obsessed with sex, but they run away from it, and then they want people to cater to every one of their needs, because then they'll feel joyful, but then they feel ashamed about it. So I'm gonna say that there's parts of this person's personality is evil. They could be evil, but it's kind of like they're interesting. There's somehow a slave. They may be infested, but with a lot of different demonic energies too. I'm hearing they may be infested with a lot of that. And give. It's like they feel that people they owe them, but then it's like they have weird expectations that don't make any sense to other people. Almost, it seems like in some cases they're the type who would take someone out on a date and then pay for the meal. And then they can't figure out why the person won't want to, they have a weird energy that they think that they're going to sex. They'll give them sex because they paid for the meal, or just because they're who they are. So they've got like a really weird arrogant energy, but then a really shamed energy as well too. So it's a really conflicted, weird energy. Like it's like I'm hearing the mirror has 17 different faces. The mirror has 17 different faces. And it's sort of like they basically, so are they evil? Let's see. I'm hearing some cases they are room. I'm hearing, yeah, you wouldn't want to, yeah, in some cases they actually have like a weird, like they have a really dark, murky energy, like room, and I'm sort of picturing a dark, murky energy to them. And it's sort of like if you were to go into their, yeah, and it's like they really false, since they've got a false facade too. And it's sort of like I'm hearing, if you were to go on their computer, I'm hearing you could find some real dark stuff is what I'm hearing. I'm not gonna go any for if you were to journey into their hard drive or soft drive or whatever the hell it's called. I don't know, like on the computer, but the stuff the spicy stuff on the, like almost like weird. I'm hearing like weird stuff, like really weird. Like involving like just weird. Anyway, I don't want to go farther into that because I don't want to trigger. But I'm just hearing there's weird, possibly illegal stuff on their hard drive. That's all I'm going to say. Or it could be. It's a collective reading. I'm not saying that necessarily. Use your own discernment, but it's sort of like they basically. Let's see what else. I have a little bit more information. Let's see. Sweetheart. They basically, they're almost, I'm hearing that there could even be like a peeping Tom. Like they've got really some weird stuff that's, and it could be illegal, but in some cases it's just weird. But yeah, arrogant. I'm hearing that this person, they feel very successful in certain areas of their life. And because of that, it's success. They think it's like really entitled. They think they're entitled to take whatever they want, rigid. And it's like if people don't like conform to their type, they're not the type who would. So yeah, I'm getting weird. They could have deviant sex energy, as in, oh, there's my cat. They could they could, and maybe I'd put a trigger warning on this just to. Because they could R-word somebody possibly. I'm not saying in all cases, but in some cases they could R-word somebody we've got the King of Cups and the Eight of Swords. It's interesting. I almost feel an energy that doesn't want me to continue, because it's like I'm kind of poking. It's like I'm almost poking at some severely demonic energy, and it's sort of like. It's like almost like I'm hearing something else too. It's almost like this person has been infested by demons, and the demons don't even want to be found out. So this person, they almost feel, in some cases, they don't want to be bad, but they've been so infested by different demons that it's sort of like, or I'm not saying because we're all responsible for our behavior, but I'm hearing the devil made me do it. Is sometimes people think of it as a cop-out. In a way it is, but it's sort of like this person feels conflicted about their own, like they've got their emotion, they kind of want to hide it, they want to hide this aspect of themselves. They're not really proud, like I'm hearing they're proud of some things, but they're not proud of certain things. And it's sort of like they don't want people to know, but it's sort of like they want to and I'm hearing something else with this combination, the Eight of Swords, the King of Cups. It's sort of like, it's like they're almost pretentious, really pretentious about their certain aspects of their personality. They're really pretentious and almost pontificating in some cases and pretending to be good. But then they've got this other side that is not at all good, right? They've got this other side that is not at all good whatsoever. And it's basically, it's like this person I'm hearing that it's almost like in some cases this person was good at one time, or they had good intentions in some aspect of their character, but they were just so overrun by their dark side. They were so overrun, and now I'm seeing this image of like there's demons that run the show. It's like we're getting into demonology. It's like I'm hearing demons now run the show, and this person, it's almost like if they could change, they would, but they don't feel that they can, and they feel anger. They feel anger that they're trapped, and they're angry that they're trapped in this self-defeating cycle. But yeah, I'm hearing in some cases this person could be I'm hearing like, and I want to put this in a YouTube friendly, but they could do, and this is not going to resonate for everybody, but I'm hearing maybe like 4 or 5, 4 to maybe 12 to 14%. They've actually possibly, I'm not saying this is a big part, but they may have done stuff to little ones, but we're gonna like, you know, keep this YouTube friendly. They may have engaged in behavior towards little ones that's not all that good. So, but yeah, we're gonna keep this YouTube friendly. We're not gonna have this triggering, but I'm hearing, and the percentage goes higher if it's having these kind of weird thoughts, like it's just a massive weirdness. So what I'm hearing is that you probably don't want to be at this person's mercy. Like what I'm trying to say is, if they could have you, or sweetheart, if they could have this, if they were in a situation, shall we say, where they had full reign to do whatever they wanted to you or somebody else, they could probably take it and it wouldn't be good. But you know what I mean? Like if they could give free reign to their full base desires, their demonic base desires, they probably would do it. And some might feel a little bit guilty afterwards, some wouldn't. That's what I'm hearing. But like what I'm trying to say is, if we were in a society where, like, you know, like when there's like they could do whatever they wanted, like they had the power to do so. It was a society where they had the power. They were a lord of a manor, or they were a king, and they could totally get away with it, or for whatever reason they could get away with it. I'm hearing the demons would win, and they would do probably some like pretty bad things, like, because the demons have taken over. And I'm hearing, look into their eyes and you'll know if they're, so, because what I'm trying to say is there's people, like, even if, I mean, I'm sure even if you could get away with doing something bad, you wouldn't do it, right? You wouldn't. There's my kitty cat. Oh no, don't bump over the camera. There's my kitty cat right there. But even if they could, you know, if you could get away, like people, what I'm trying to say is, like with Freud, I don't know if you're familiar with Freud, but there's the ego and the super ego and the id. Id is like the base desires, right? Like the human subconscious base desires. The ego is how you fit in society. So some people, there's id based desires, if you will, or reined in by society, and they're only reined in by society, right? The only reason certain people don't do bad things is because of the ego, which is, you know, getting in trouble with the law, the consequences that could happen. And then there's the super ego, which is the overriding conscience, right? Even if you could get away with something, you wouldn't do it. Even if you couldn't get away with something, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't like, even if you had full reign, you could totally get away. You had an invisibility suit. You wouldn't do any bad things just because of that over moral conscience. I'm hearing this person has a very underdeveloped super ego. They may have an ego and an id, but they don't have an overarching conscience that keeps them in check. They're just in check with society, and there's a lot of people like that in society, and that's pretty effing scary if you ask me. But anyway, on the note, I kind of want to get out of this. I think I've said all I need to say. I want to get out of the energy. Let's go to pile number 4. Is this person evil or just damage? It's either Knight of Cups or already some emotional cards. The Hierophant, and we've got the Emperor. So this person, I'm hearing 30% they could be evil, 70% not. What is up with this person? Well, let us see. The Knight of Cups, so they've got a lot of emotion, but they've got the Hierophant and the Emperor, which is this very dark, okay, anger. I've got that word anger. This person has, I'm hearing, you cannot underestimate how much anger this person has. And basically, the Hierophant and the Emperor, it's sort of like this person, if you look at this, they look kind of, I'm drawn to how similar they seem. At least in this spread. So this person has a lot of emotions. I'm hearing that they've got a lot of emotions they don't know how to deal with. They don't know how to deal with in society. Yeah, they don't know how to deal with in the structure of the society with the Hierophant. So they act really dominant. They've got a lot of emotions and they don't know how to deal with it. And pleasure, so they kind of, they go between being really almost, I'm hearing this person has an abusive side. They definitely do. And they've also got a really hedonistic, an abusive side with that Emperor, a negative Emperor, and they've got a really hedonistic side. So they could have drug problems, hard, like when I say drug problems, it could be hard drugs, which is people think with drug problems, but it could also be like somebody self-medicating a lot, right? Just to feel like this person, they don't know how to process their emotions and to be in society, so they're either abusive or they're extremely pleasure seeking or mildly in the house. And I'm hearing, okay, I'm getting some dark energy around house, so abusive, and then I've got house. So this person, I'm hearing that this is this person has a lot of hidden side, and they could be, I'm hearing they could be abusive within their own home and hide this to the outside world, which is very, very common, unfortunately, right? With abusers, they tend to rot. So it's sort of like, I'm hearing that they have this bright, sparkly energy, but really, the people, this just, and then hide. Interesting, and this shot out of the deck. Whenever it shots, it's so hide. So that's the energy I was getting, like something is hidden that's going on in their home that isn't good. They're really imbalanced. They could do some major damage with their unprocessed emotions. It's sort of like they hope that they can overcome their problems, but they're not overcoming them, and it's sort of naked. Interesting. They feel, I'm hearing, okay, naked. Let's get some, okay, so naked, and then, okay, let's see what we got here. So we've got home. Wow, home again, house and home, crazy. And then we've got wait, we've got lie, and then we've got apology. Wait, lie, and apology. So this could be the type of person who's wait for the lie and apology and home. Something is going, we've had house and home. So, okay, wait, lie, and apology. So I'm hearing that this person either, something about apologizing for bad stuff that they've done, and sometimes the apology is a lie. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes you have to wait for the apology. Like, I'm hearing that this person, okay, I'm hearing something else. This person may apologize to a lot of people at the end of their life for stuff that they've done. And apology, they wait. They may wait for a right time to apologize. Or I'm hearing that their apologies could be manipulative in the worst. Their apologies are a lie. Or they'll wait for the best time to apologize to get what they want, or something about they may really act out and be really and then people, okay, when people go away from them, and that's when they apologize, when people have when they've had enough of them and the world, and yeah, when people have had but I'm hearing people, for this person, it's almost a miniature karma. People are going to have enough of them finally, and just leave this person with the world, which is the end, right, of the major. It's a completion and walking away. I'm hearing that people are going to walk away from this person when it's too late, and they're just with the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords, right? They're going to walk away when this person is it's too late, and they're basically going to say, like, it's interesting. Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords. It's like this person thinks. It's like they live in a delusional world too, where it's like they believe that they've got total control and they'll always have total control, but they won't, is what I'm hearing. They're not always going to have total control. I'm hearing narcissism. This pile could be quite narcissistic. They could be really narcissistic. I'm getting 14 from the bottom. Let's see what we have here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, laughter. I'm hearing this person, their laughter appearance threat. So it's sort of like in a cycle. So it's sort of like, and I was hearing before, abuse, home, house, cycle. So there's almost like a cycle of abuse. This is almost like a cycle and it's like a threat. Like, I'm hearing this person has a really dark, nasty side that's hidden from people, or not so hidden, that may eventually not be hidden, but or maybe you're aware of it and other people aren't, and eventually it will come to light. I'm hearing with laughter, is this person, I'm hearing laughter, either this person, they make fun of people, they're kind of or I'm hearing that they think that they're gonna, it's kind of, okay, I'm hearing that the universe is almost laughing at them, saying, you think you're gonna get away with this cycle, you think you're gonna get away with this continued cycle that you're in. And it's like, this person feels that they will get away with it, and they won't. I'm hearing the cycle always ends. The cycle always, but I'm also getting this person, I'm getting with appearance, it's like, this person makes it seem if things are a certain way when they're not. This person makes it seem like they really about, it's like they're putting this appearance on, they're putting this lie on, and it's like the universe is like, no, but you're not going to get away with it. You think you're going to get away with it, and you're not. Something is not, but it's like a cycle. I'm hearing like a cycle of abuse. Like this person, I want to keep it YouTube, but it's like, I want to do the triggering, but it's sort of like they get this cycle of stuff like that, and it's sort of like it's like something that they think that they're going to get away with, they're not going to get away with, and it's like they're almost beating their head up against the wall, thinking they're going to get away with this really toxic behavior, and I mean, it will blow up in their face eventually. Rest assured, it will. The minute, I know this isn't a karma reading, but this is what I got. It will get in their blow up in their face. So that's pile number 4. I think that's all we've got. And I'm hearing, heal your heart from this person. And regain for pile number 4, like you need to be on the journey of regaining trust. So that was pile number 4. Yeah, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Pile number 5. Let's see, what do we got for pile number 5? We've got work. The 3, I think about the work card, 3 of Pentacles. I don't know what it came to, but then Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So I got the word work, and then Knight of Pentacles is the ultimate worker. So I'm hearing that this person, let's see, let's get some other card. Is this person evil or just damaged? So I've only got a theme of work for some reason, and haughtiness. So this person, they think that they're a lot better than other people. They've got a lot of arrogance. Like they kind of think of people as buffoons, and they think that they're superior. So like heavily narcissistic vibes Servant. This person really does not like to serve other people, or they think that people should serve them, or they feel like, let's see what we've got here. They feel conflicted. Yeah, they feel very conflicted. House. Something, let's see what else. House and sweetheart. Some stuff, I'm hearing some stuff could be going in their house right now that's not good with their significant other. And they're basically, they don't like serving other people. They don't like, let's see, are they evil or not? I'm getting a really, really narcissistic person. A really narcissistic person who's like heavily into wealth, who's, who doesn't like, I'm hearing they don't like to wait. And they think, I'm hearing they really look down on other people and they feel very trapped by their emotions, but highly, highly narcissistic. Let's ask, are they evil? Or are they just, but I'm hearing super narcissistic. Like this person does not have the need, they don't have the needs of other people. And they're also very bored. I'm hearing that this person, they're the type that torments homeless people for boredom and anger. So yeah, I'm kind of getting more of a dark, evil energy from this person. But they kind of, they boredom and anger. Like it's like a boredom and anger. And they're basically servant and slave. So that's interesting. So that both came up. Let's see what, I'm not immediately sure. What does that mean? Okay, I'm going to ask for some other cards. Slave and servant. Wonderful. Okay. I'm hearing this person would feel that it's wonderful if everyone was their slave and their servant and did exactly what they wanted. So this person, I'm hearing they've outsourced their responsibility of their life to other people. And it's like, they think it's like this, they're like a narcissist and they feel that they should be the boss at all times. They feel that they should be the boss at all times. And if they're not, they feel very threatened. So very narcissistic, very threatened energy. Like, it's like they're kind of the type that has to be the one in charge at all times. Like a really dominant, deeply unpleasant energy was what I'm hearing. And I'm wondering why I picked the green stone though. I think I'm gonna just get some fresh cards, right, and see. But yeah, so far I'm getting and shuffle this up and then get some fresh cards with this. But it's sort of like a really dominant person, a really dominant narcissistic person who feels that everyone should serve them, but it's almost like they feel completely justified in their behavior, and it's sort of like everyone needs to change but them. Like they think it's like they think that everyone has to change. The Wheel of Fortune, they feel everyone has to change, and it's like I see this image of it like them quarreling everybody, trying to control everybody else's business. What else is something that they do? Yeah, 10 of Cups. Like they try and control, like they try and invade everybody else's business. And like I'm hearing that they're like a narcissist, so everything has to look good. They have to, I'm hearing they're almost evil in the fact that their priorities are so skewed, are so distorted. And this person would not think of themselves as evil, but it's sort of like their priorities are so skewed. It's like they're chasing the wrong carrot. They may be a narcissist chasing like clout or narcissistic supply, and it's like they feel that they're basically they don't have the right, with the high priest, they don't have the right spiritual priorities. They don't have the right, and it's sort of like, but they're completely convinced that they're right, letting go. And I'm hearing this person has a pathological inability to let go. So they could be very vindictive boss. Again, yeah, they want to be the boss. They want to, boredom came out again. Right? That's why I like shuffling these cards, letting them, they feel this intense boredom. And hesitation, and I'm hearing people around them hesitate to tell them what this person is like because they're just so like they're the type who would just go into your conversation and like they don't allow anyone to like I'm hearing very bad boundaries. This person, they just invade people's space and they're just so obtuse. So are they evil? Yeah, a little bit. They feel I mean I think I'm getting heavily narcissistic vibes. And I think that all narcissists are at least a little bit evil. I mean I do. But it's sort of like this person, they're so obtuse. It's just like threat. And people think of them as a threat, like they're completely obtuse, and like people don't really like this person. But they hesitate to tell them what an unpleasant threat they are. They hesitate to threat. They don't give this person this person needs some social feedback, but they'd never get it. They'd never like confusion, and it's like they're almost, in some cases, they're a little bit daft. And I'm not saying, it's like they have this weird, it's like I'm hearing people laugh at them sometimes because they're so, like, they're just so deeply unpleasant. And it's like people almost laugh at them. And it's kind of, look at the image, okay, I'm just getting the image of like, you know when something's funny happens or a kid says something funny and people are like, they kind of stifle a laugh. I'm hearing that there's this person, people stifle a laugh with this person because they're so unpleasant. Like they're just so like, and it's sort of like, so it's like, it's almost hard for me to characterize them as fully evil, even though they're a little bit evil, because it's like, they're just so like obtuse is what I feel like. They're just so like they're obtuse. Money, and you know what's interesting, this I said this person uses money to manipulate people. They may I'm hearing their family members may be afraid to tell them what they're really like because they're afraid that they'll cut them out of, you know, they're afraid that they'll cut them out of so it's sort of like, so it's like, okay, I'm hearing the word flying monkeys. Yeah, the more I feel into this pile, the more narcissistic it feels to me. And it's sort of like they like people think a lot. I'm hearing this person does not go unnoticed, right? You know how there's people that go unnoticed? I'm hearing this person does not go unnoticed. They're very unpleasant. But it's sort of like people kind of kowtow. A lot of times people just sort of kowtow to them. And they think or they talk behind their back. But then they talk about this person to other people. But they're like, they really, and they use things. Like they're not above using money, holding it over people's heads. So it's like fortune. I heard the family fortune. They may have like come into a family fortune. So they're basically like house, yeah, or they use their house, like they use like something about their abundance or family fortune. They use that to basically control people. So people never, they just kind of talk. I'm hearing this person, they're a lot, they're really obtuse, almost annoying. But yeah, this person definitely, the more now I'm tuning into this, they definitely have a real narcissistic vibe, which I would call it evil, but it's a particular type of evil. It's an obtuse, self-righteous, arrogant evil, so it's sort of like money. It keeps on coming out. Yeah, money, they use money or whatever it is that they can use to control people, they use. So they're like, they're basically misfortune. Or they may, I'm getting for that, they may cause many misfortunes in people's lives and then offer the antidote of hope. Like it's like this person plays a lot of emotional games. Yeah, they'll cause misfortune and then be like, oh, and they're really the enemy, but they'll act like they're not the enemy type thing when they are in fact the enemy. So it's really kind of a deeply unpleasant. I'm hearing, to say the least, deeply unpleasant. And then sigh. People feel this way about it. People sigh. So this person does not go unnoticed. Like they're really, yeah, basically, they're basically they feel, yeah. Let's see one more card. See if another card comes up. Let's see. You've got love. So this person has a perverted view of love. They think love is manipulation and control, and they think of love as it's like they've got a total, like, I think there's no hope for this person. Their thinking is so screwy, and they think love is abuse, which it isn't. They think kindness is weakness. It's like almost like 1984. They think reunion, and it's like I'm hearing people really don't like this person. And it's like reunion. Like this person wants a lot of reunions and love, but their whole thinking of is so distorted. So yeah, major narcissistic vibe, super narcissistic vibe. Not at all a pleasant person, and you don't want to mess with this person, I'm hearing, either, because they'll stick it to you. But they're kind of yeah, really a overt narcissistic vibe. So yeah, I want to get out of this energy. I hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope you have a terrific day. Bye bye.